Welcome to Quantum Exchange. And we are back with lots of good vibes today to talk to you about a lot of beautiful things. Hope you're doing great. How are you doing, Sandra?
I'm doing amazing. As you know, I travel to Washington State, so I'm on the other side of the country where I live. And I decided I want to talk about this in our podcast because I feel so excited about all the changes that have happened with just me taking a quantum leap of that means uprooting from where I am, my house, or everything I know, and just going somewhere else new, and then start living a different life so that you can attract new things, become different, learn new things.
Amazing.
So, because I want to create, you know how we had the Olga came with us and she talked about the what is it called? The human design.
Yeah, I remember the lion. I know that was the tarot.
Yeah,
Girl.
you
There was another one.
It's a human design. You are a manifester.
Of realities or something.
No, it's a manifester, but also like you attract something else. Remember, I don't remember, but I'm a manifester too.
Oh,
but
sweet.
I'm only a manifester. I don't have the manifester. Oh, you're a manifester generator. Okay, on the human design. I'm a manifester. So my whole
what's
life.
The difference between the two?
Well, I manifest. I don't have to generate anything. All I have to do is just be. You have a different.
Sounds more masculine and they're more feminine.
Yes, so you be more masculine. Yeah, with the generating, meaning you have to do more things. You have to engage more. Me, I just have to be.
Beautiful. Yeah, it's like the energy, just flow, just be, and things come. The other one, maybe the generator, is to have like a sense of direction that is a little bit more structured, that is more masculine, because it's action, right?
Yeah, I don't remember, but I think didn't she tell you? Well, we can look it up. But anyway, you are a manifestor generator and I'm a manifester. So my whole life, I've been able to manifest anything I want, including this podcast with you. You are a manifestation of my desires. Of course.
By the way, the audience, I was not born before this podcast. Just all you just imagine JJ and I appeared from nothing.
That's exactly
at 23 years old.
Yeah. So I asked for you and you showed up in my life. And here we are. We're doing this podcast. I love it. I love our age difference. I love everything about our dynamic here on the podcast.
Yeah, the energy. Yeah, I love it
so much. So my whole life, I have been able to manifest without effort anything I want. So if I want a car without money, I'm talking manifesting with no money. I have traveled the world. I have fly first class tickets. I manifested homes with no money, cars with no money, parties, everything, anything you can imagine. I've been able to manifest because and this is what I want to talk about today. Because for me, anything non-related to money is possible. It means if I don't have to exchange money, anything can happen for me. Because I know that I'm worthy, things come to me. But when it came down to money like this, cash, I have this belief that I couldn't do it because I didn't know how. I have all these self conversations about why I couldn't manifest money.
So, and that's a way of manifestation too, right? There are some limiting beliefs, but
yes. So this past week, I too been taking a class. It's been it's been like a manifestation class.
Oh, great.
From this woman that I adore. She's amazing. She's a master at manifesting. And I have taken her class many times, but this is the first time I heard something that changed the way I feel and the way I think. And I think it's important that I let the whole world
Oh,
know.
for sure. I'm excited
So
to hear what it is.
when I want to manifest something, I go in a state of visualization. That means I play some music, I shut my phone off, and I lay down and I say, I want a house like this with this many bathrooms, and I want it to come to me. I don't want to have to, I don't have any money, so it has to come to me for free. uh,
Okay.
I want the key to put in my hand, blah, 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 blah. And so it is, and I let it go. So the house that I currently have, I manifested within 4 days. Just like that, it showed up in my life. I didn't have to make it. The lady gave me a break, gave me the keys. I didn't have to pay anything. Okay.
Amazing. Wow,
Same
really amazing.
same way with the car that I now have. I was
Mm-hmm.
living at the farm and I said, I need a car. I only have $100 to put down to buy a car. And I manifested my little car and they brought it all the way to me in the farm where I was in the middle of nowhere.
Okay,
And
so
this, yes.
later we talk about your story. You lived in a farm, and so that's
Yeah.
interesting. We can go
Yeah.
to that story later.
Yeah. So fast forward to today, this
Mhm.
year, I launched my new business, NFT blockchain consulting, because I can foresee the future. I can see that that's how we're heading to. But there is this blockage with the money because I have never thought that I could manifest this money or the clients or on my own. I can manifest it through somebody, like somebody will refer me someone, but not because I have that limiting belief inside of me.
Okay.
So yes, what?
I was just thinking, where do you think that belief comes from? Because that's key.
Oh, what the belief was when I was born, my mother wanted a boy and
Okay.
I was a girl. So I grew up and she didn't value me as a woman. She constantly wanted me to look like a man. She'd cut my hair. I was very masculine. She
Mm-hmm.
emasculated me because she wanted to have a boy and I was a girl. You know
Mm,
how that happens, unfortunate things.
yeah.
So I grew up feeling unworthy of being a woman. I mean, as a man, I'm incredible.
Mhm.
As a man, I can achieve things, I can do things by force. By force, I can bring money into my life.
Okay. By
Mhm.
structure.
By structure, by being in my masculine energy. But I'm not a man, I'm a
Uh-huh.
woman. I have the advantage that if I align with my feminine, chaotic way of being, anything can happen. But she didn't teach me that. She taught me I have to work hard, I have to do this, I have to do that. And me being the person that I am, I reject hard work. I don't believe in hard work.
Okay.
That's not for me. I believe in the path of least resistance. That means I align with things, I let things flow. If something is not flowing, I'm not going to force it. That's not my style.
Okay, got it.
So all these things, so I'm 53 years old, and for the last 20 years, I've been trying to solve this pain that was caused by this belief that I was to be like a man.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I'm beautiful and sexy and all that,
For
there was
sure.
there is this. Thank you, my love. There is this duality inside of me that says I look like a woman, but I'm a man inside.
Uh-huh.
Because that's how I behave. I work in the past, not now. In the
Oh,
past,
okay. Uh-huh.
I worked really hard to achieve my things, to make money, to buy my house, work, 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 do. And it was exhausting. It was exhausting. And I
For
didn't
sure.
want it. I didn't like it. I hated it. I
That's the
hated
problem. If it's
it.
not aligned, if it's not authentic, then you grow
Mhm.
like resentful and
Yes.
not good.
Because why in the money part of my life did I struggle and everything else came to me so quickly, so fast? If I like a guy, I manifested that man. I manifested my husband, my son, the color of my son's eye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What color?
Green.
Green. Oh, beautiful.
I
Okay.
wanted him or her to have green eyes, and my son was born with green eyes.
Amazing.
So I able to make the rain come. I can stop the fire, but I couldn't make the money come in without effort. And this is the secret. This is what is coming.
Pay attention, people. This is the secret.
So before, when I was trying to manifest money or something that would cost me money, I start visualizing, but I always have the question as to, geez, where am I gonna get the money to do this? I want to do this, my farm, my animals, but this is gonna cost me a few $1,000,000. Where am I gonna get the money from?
Okay, that question. Where I'm
That
going to get the money.
question, that question never, ever, ever popped up in any of my other manifestations. When I wanted a car, I never asked where is the money gonna come from, how am I gonna pay it, or when I wanted a house or a new wardrobe, or even this trip. I said, I want to go to Washington. I didn't ask myself, oh, how am I going to pay for it? So that made a difference. Okay.
Oh,
So
and
in
I
the
have that
last,
limiting belief, I think that a
okay,
lot of people can relate with that.
exactly. So I want to tell you the miracle of the mind shift. So 3 days ago, I said, okay, I'm going to lay down. I'm going to visualize. And every time the question comes up, oh, Sandra, you don't have money for that. I said, I don't care. I'm doing this. This is what I want. And then I go, okay, so I'm wearing this dress and I'm wearing this diamond necklace. Sandra, where are you getting this money? I don't care. I'm wearing this diamond necklace. So in the last 3 days, I've been getting money into my bank account out of the blue. Yes.
I can't believe it.
Yes. I cracked the code, JJ. I cracked the code. It took me 23 years, but I did it. So the way we manifest anything is by simply focusing on the outcome. And when the thoughts of how am I gonna pay for this? Because for me, I was raised in a way that if you wanted something, you have to work hard for it,
Yeah.
So the
Me
money
too.
related was always an issue. But anything else that I didn't feel like I needed money, like I don't need money to get a house. There are many houses there. I don't need money for this. I don't need money for that. That can come to me like this, the same day within an hour. I can have somebody call me, somebody show up, bring me cookies, coffee, anything. So now that I cracked this code, some things they have transparency are I feel worthy of the things I want. I feel like a gentle woman. I feel like as a woman, I most certainly deserve all the opulence and luxury that deep inside of me I desire. But that is been blocked by this, oh, you have to earn it. I don't have to earn nothing. I don't have to earn nothing. All I have to do is feel worthy of what I want and imagine it without having to think about where it's coming from. And this is the hardest part. Where is it coming from? Where is my perfect partner coming from? I don't have the abilities. I don't have the friends. I want this land, but I don't have the resources. No. I want this land. I'm gonna imagine me building a house. My cow is gonna be there. There are gonna be birds here, and you only concentrate on that. And that's the real secret of manifesting. It's not just, oh, okay, I'm gonna write it out. If you have doubts, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah. And how have you healed or transformed those doubts? Because you mentioned that the doubt of where the money is going to come from is just like letting it go. Like it comes from, you notice it and you say, I don't care about it. But for example, feeling worthy, that you have enough value for the money, how have you dealt with those limiting beliefs?
Okay, so my biggest thing was because I didn't feel worthy because I was in the duality of being a woman, looking like a woman, but inside of me feeling like a man. Because, as I said, this is how my life was structured, where I had to always use force. So as soon as I crushed that and I said, I am, yes, there is a masculine energy in me, but I am not it. Because if you look at my life, I don't live like a man. I don't do anything like a man. Not anymore. Maybe the first 35 years of my life, I was in my masculine energy and everything came to me because I forced it, because I went there, blah, blah, blah. But then I decided this is so much work and it's tiring.
Okay.
I want to be in my chaotic, free painting, cooking, doing nothing lifestyle. And
Okay.
that, so that has given me serenity. And now understanding, because I always thought that in order for me to manifest this money, I will have to feel worthy or anything like that.
Yeah.
But it's not true. All you have to do is imagine what you want and not worry about where it's coming from. Only single focus on what you want and do it until you get it right. And then once you have that vision in your mind clear, then you can let it go and then know that it's coming. Now you have to be patient and wait until it shows up. How soon it shows up is depending on how aligned you are with what you want. For instance, as I said, I immediately release. I said, you know what? I'm releasing this from myself that I need to feel any kind of way. All I have to do is just. And last night, what I want to manifest is unreal. Okay, it's unreal. If I told you, maybe you'll laugh. So I'm not gonna tell you. But
it doesn't matter.
but
I can laugh. Whatever.
I know that it's possible. That is possible. I know that it's possible. The the just like everything else is possible in my life, these two is possible. It doesn't matter whether it's money or new shoes or a dog it's the same thing. It's all about what I think. Before I thought I cannot receive the money like this. I have to work hard. You know what I mean? That change. That's the big shift. I have to work hard. If not, I'll never pay my bills. But if I look at my life, I've been paying my bills my whole life. And only in the last 6, 7 years, I hardly worked and I'm still paying my bills. So, so that mindset shift has allowed for the last 3 days for money to come in. I'm getting a new massage table today. All these things just because I shifted and I said, I can do this. I can imagine what I want. And today I did a live video and I said, people are going to show up and people showed up. So I know I'm completely aligned in my power. And yes, it's taken me a long time to get here, but I did it.
Yeah, amazing. The important thing is just go in the process and don't give up, just keep going. The thing that maybe holds myself back of feeling like worthy of attracting certain things, maybe there are a lot of things, but the thing that comes to my mind right now is that a voice tells me, but it's not fair that you have all these luxuries that you're asking for if a lot of other people are being really poor with, because for example my partner right now has a lot less financial resources than my family had or that I have, so sometimes I have like that limiting belief that if I get even more, it's going to be even more unfair. and I will feel like in a way like like unfair with people and with the world. So what will you say to that?
Okay. So what you just said is a clear example of a program that you have installed in your head, because we're going to go back to where you were born.
Yeah.
When you were born, your mom broke her water. You came out naked, nude, and alone. Nobody else came with you. There, you have no responsibilities for nobody else. All you have to do is live, is breathe, is be yourself, explore, do whatever the heck you want. As long as your parents, don't tell you, no, blah, 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 blah. You were a free person, right? As you start growing up, it's a canvas, your parents start painting in you. The paintings are you have to give to others, you have to feel responsible for this, you can't have too much money because that person, that's all put into your head.
Okay.
The true nature of life is to look after number one. You are number one. Okay. So when you desire something, you don't have to think about whether the other person is right or wrong, or they have food, or because when you can have whatever you want and from a place of love, you act accordingly. You can help more people when you have more money than when you're a poor bastard. They help nobody.
Yeah, that's absolutely true.
So every time you try to save somebody else, look at yourself first and say, what do I need? Am I in a position to, let's say my parents have money, but do I have money? Is this my money? Where am I in my life? What do I have to do so I can get the $60 million house in front of the ocean that I want? And for you to understand that it's okay for you to desire and that you wanted it. It's okay. It doesn't matter whether are other people hungry or not, because that's their choice. They're living their life, their magnetism, their manifestation. And this is hard and tough to understand when I tell people the life that you have, you create every single moment with every decision that you make.
Okay.
So
In a point.
instead of wasting time worrying about if other people have money or not, only concentrate on what's going to make JJ a better person. If having $100 million is going to make you a better person, then go for it. And don't hesitate and don't feel guilty about it. So when you are visualizing your $100 million house and you're saying, oh my God, there's going to be people hungry over there, don't think about that. That's not what you need to be thinking about. So it's about channeling what you want. So go ahead, ask me, what were you going to say?
Yeah, what I was going to say is that in a way I understand it, but in another way, not that much, but maybe it's just the programming that when you hear spiritual ideas that people are choosing the reality because that's what they need to process in life to heal and so on. We choose our families, our parents, our relationships and so on to evolve. And in that sense, it makes sense, the idea, okay, well, people are creating their realities and so on. But I don't want, maybe sometimes I see like being apathic to seeing other people that maybe don't have the opportunities, because if I give someone an opportunity and they don't take it, I get it. Maybe it's not their moment to expand and they need to leave more things in that reality. But for example, in my life, I felt that the environment that I had, if I had certain help in certain times, I will evolve faster and I wouldn't suffer as much. So I feel that I don't know if it is 100% selfless. Maybe it's my ego that want to be a savior for people, but whatever. But I feel that I want to save that or someone save the pain or some suffering for people, because I've been feeling very lonely in the past. And to realize that you can just talk to people and it's okay, it was something that didn't cross to my mind. And that made me stay in my house alone like 6 months in some time. And that was really, it was difficult for me. So, like that are a lot of people. And not only psychologically, but people that have issues like that physically, like health wise in Africa and so on. So that came to my mind. I'm not saying that I'm extremely selfless, because I do have petty and selfish desires and so on. But it's like the idea that is feeding like the shame or the guilt to desire more, you know? So I want to let marinate in that idea, because we're going to restart the call.
Okay.
You feel it, and then you reply. Thanks.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I see you soon.
See you soon. We're back.
So I want to interact with what you said. And if I have learned anything in my life, because since I was a young girl, I've been called to help others. So I have spent most of my life feeding the homeless, helping people they needed support in their life and all these things. But there is one main key here. I only help people that ask for help. Because what you're seeing is there is a lot of people out there, they're lost, they want this, but they're not asking for help because they don't want to change, because it takes a discipline, commitment, effort to shift energies. And it's easier for them to just bitch, oh, my poor life, nobody loves me. Oh. But when you try to help them, they don't want the help. So this is important for you to understand that you cannot save people unless they ask you for their help first. Always, always, no matter what. So I stopped helping people that didn't ask me for help, because I saw that they're in trouble. I can help you with this. You can overcome this. And at the end, it just blows back in your face, because like, oh, you told me to do this, and now this is not happening. And it's because they didn't even want it from the very get-go. So before you go into your missionary mindset, no, because it's okay. You can be that. But just make sure that the people you want to help are asking for help directly to you, and they're willing to do what you're suggesting. Otherwise, it's a waste of energy. And instead of concentrating on them, you should be concentrating on you. Always. And that doesn't mean that you're selfish. It means that you cannot give from an empty fountain. You cannot give if you're sick. You cannot give if you're not in the right place of mind. So why would you even try to do that when you have all these desires that you haven't fulfilled? Fill your cup first. And then from that, you can give freely to, mostly if you're going to give freely to somebody, to be the homeless people. Because if you're going to ask a regular person that you know, maybe your best friend or somebody that's struggling with a relationship, and you see a solution, and you want to tell them, do not tell them.
Why?
Because they haven't asked for your help. And when you give that 3-5 cents worth of, and they implement it and it goes wrong, they're gonna go back with you. You told me to do this and this didn't work. What you say doesn't matter. Now you wasted your time, you didn't get paid. So what's the point of that? As far as the people lacking opportunity, that is not true. There is opportunity everywhere, but we have to be open to it. Like people say, oh, I want to travel the world, blah, 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 blah. But then they get an opportunity to maybe have a job somewhere else. Oh, I don't want to relocate. I don't want to leave my family. I mean, come on. Does this happen? Yes or no?
Yeah, those things happen, of course.
Exactly. So this is related to you. Save yourself first. I wrote a book years ago about Ayurveda, And I always have that question. What do I do? Do I save others? If the world was ending, do I be trying to save others or do I save myself? I'm going to save myself and let others drown because that's their fate, that's their choice, that's their life. We cannot intervene in people's life unless we are welcome, unless we're asked for, because that always just blows back in the face. And as you try it in your life, you're gonna remember my words.
Yeah, I'm maybe I should try it and you learn from experience, because sometimes I get the questions and that, but I get the idea, but I get the question, and those people that are really shy, that feels really worthless, that feel that they don't have the value to ask for help, because there are people like that. And I felt like that in the past, and I still sometimes feel like that in several areas, especially money wise, for example, or in business. But regardless, yeah, I see that when the person asks is when she's ready or he's ready to evolve, maybe. But it's something tough. It's a hard truth to swallow, because you see someone that is in a lot of suffering, like in apathy, fear, guilt, or those low levels of consciousness. Uh, and you see that you had been in those stages, and you know how horrible it is. And but yeah, maybe I will have to try it to understand, or we'll see what exactly I come to realize. But I do see what you said did help me to realize that in the majority of the cases, or in a lot of cases, at least that's what I understand, if people don't ask, at least in when people is not in a lot of guilt or deep shame, if someone don't ask, is because they don't want it, in a huge lot of cases. So in a lot of cases.
So if
Thanks.
you're welcome. If you want to help people, this is why we're doing these conversations. So that we put out there that we are available. You want to help people, so we can talk about it here. If you are in pain, if you're suffering, if you're a introvert, JJ and Sandra are here for you. You can be in our podcast. This is what we do. We enunciate into the world. So if you want people to come to you, open some kind of channel that you can talk about. Yeah, and that way you can say, listen, if you're suffering, if you are an introvert, if you're going through something, I've been through that and I can help you. So now you sending out your way. People are going to say, oh my God, this guy, I want to write to him. And then as soon as they write to you, boom, you have them. Yeah. So that's how you want to attract the people that you want to help. Not because you see them suffering on the street and you want to alleviate their suffering, because they're in the street because they have their own reason to be there. I been here in Washington. There's so many homeless people. It's terrifying. It's terrifying, especially because it's cold. It gets cold here.
Oh yeah, of course. I imagine.
So I
it's
saw
winter or close to winter, right?
it's gonna be winter soon, so it's gonna get really cold here.
Yeah. Okay.
And there is all these homeless people. So I feel terrible for them. I want to help everybody. But you know what? I backtracked it. I saw this person yesterday. He looked like he was 70 years old. He was dirty, filthy, horrible. And then when he looked up, he was just a young man. He must have been maybe 20, 22. And so what does this mean to me? It means to me he ran away from a home that whether his mother or his stepfather were abusive to him, that he preferred to be in the street than being at home.
Yeah, but I sometimes feel very unfortunate for him. That's the idea that comes, because that means he has responsibility too, but also his environment was not conducive for him to feel.
And this is how we're failing as human beings, because when we see the homeless, we say, oh, why is that person homeless? But you don't know their story.
Yeah,
You don't
that's
know,
what I
you
mean.
don't know if they were beat up their whole life and their mom kicked them out. They didn't give them no resources. They didn't give them no value. So they go through life feeling like they are not even meant to be here.
Yeah.
I was
Okay.
watching I was watching this TikToker, and he was talking about abortion. And he asked this woman, she was dressed all in gothic, a
Okay.
Chinese girl. She said, "What do you think about abortion?" And she said, "Abortion should be legal because, blah, 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 blah." And then at the end, she says, "I wish I was
Oh,
aborted." So that person is suffering.
yeah.
So like that, there is millions of us, millions and millions and millions. So if you want to save people, you talk about the human qualities, uh, how you can help people, how you can serve them, how anything that happened when we were little can be overcome.
Yeah.
We connect with powerful people so that we can then help these people that they were not raised with the correct mindset to be able to live in this beautiful, gorgeous
Yeah,
planet.
that way
Mhm,
that you phrase it, that they
mhm,
were not be able to be raised with the correct mindset,
mhm,
is something that I really connect with, because there are people that choose the reality in a more deliberate way, but there are
mhm,
a lot of people
mhm,
that choose it for being in reaction to
mhm,
really unhealthy environments,
mhm, mhm,
So
mhm.
that's like the really unfortunate thing,
Yes,
that I know that you and I would love to be able to contribute in our own ways. And that's like the point. And we also encourage people in the audience, anyone, to see how they can contribute to that too, because I think that ultimately that's what gives meaning to life. You
yes.
can, and I think that is beautiful to have goals for your day-to-day life, to have a house, a beautiful car, and so on, clothes. That's amazing,
Mhm,
but ultimately those things are transitory, are and the self-esteem that boosts is temporary. uh, but the things that are really meaningful are those things that are related with your higher self, with your
exactly.
contribution, with your being,
Mhm,
and so on. And those things literally transform you and the people you touch while you do them. It's not the thing that you get, it's like an inner change and transformation.
mhm,
And I must say, an inner actualization, not that much
mhm,
transformation, because you came to realize where you actually are. It's not something that changes, actually. It's something that you learn to let go the baggage, and
mhm.
you learn who you are, who
Yeah.
you always have been.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's some thoughts that I've been having. Actually, I've been in a mentorship discovering who I am and what I want to do. So I'm
Nice.
really reflexive
I
in
love it. I love it. I love
these
it.
regards.
The
Mm.
thing I adore about you, JJ, is you're putting in the effort and the work, and you're doing it at such an early stage. You didn't let yourself go down to some spiral uh,
Mm. Yeah.
momentum where you went and start drinking or doing drugs because you couldn't cope with your life. So
Uh-huh.
this shows who you are, your temperament, your how kind you are with yourself. So
Mm.
always give yourself credit and celebrate the little things that happen to you. Like starting your new mentorship. You should celebrate that and
Yeah, I'm
meeting this
extraordinarily
person.
happy about that.
Yes, yes.
Uh,
So when we are in that mode and that happy, I can have everything, it's so easy to manifest anything.
okay, so these
Mhm.
days I will have to do this exercise, focusing on
Yes.
what I want and letting
Uh-huh.
go any intrusive, limiting beliefs that
Yes,
come.
and
Mm.
do it until you master it. You do
Okay,
it,
it's
and it
practice.
yes, and if one day it doesn't go well, don't be going, oh, no, just as, okay, I didn't do
Yeah,
well here. Tomorrow I'll do better.
yeah. Don't beat yourself up.
Yeah,
Of
because this
course.
is something that I encounter all the time. So you know, I've been fasting. I don't know if you remember,
Yeah,
but
of
today
course.
is day 9 of me fasting.
Oh, and when you fast, you eat like fruit too, right? Or
No, no fruit.
just water?
Lemon water,
Uh-huh.
and I eat one grapefruit a day
Okay.
because the grapefruit
Amazing.
is these two things act like a como jabón, like a soap.
Ah, cleanser. Yeah, so
It is cleansing
for
all,
the body.
so I
Yeah.
can, so it's important that I poopy when I'm fasting. If I'm
Mm.
fasting, I need to poopy. So I eat the I eat the grapefruit because
That
that has
time.
lots of fiber and it comes out, the stuff comes out. And
And you
that's how
feel different, I guess.
you lose the weight. Like for me, there are no excuses. I was having sugar issues, sugar insulin resistance, and it's because I gained an extra 10 pounds that my body doesn't support. So
Yeah.
as soon as I gain weight, the body goes like, "Oh yeah, you want? Let me show you." So it starts getting all freaked out, waka doodle do. And for me, I don't like to diet. I don't like to go in no diet. So
Uh-huh.
I like to be very, hmm, that's the masculine part of me. Said
Very strict.
I'm
Uh-huh.
gonna do this and I'm not gonna eat and I'm gonna do 10 days and no matter what. But I'm gonna tell you this. I am human. On day 7, I had a nervous breakdown and
Oh,
I stuffed myself with food. And
okay.
then I
Uh,
had a stomach ache. I have to throw up because I haven't eaten in 7 days.
oh, yeah.
Right? And I was like, I was upset. I was crying. I was not feeling good. And I said, what can I make this go? I'm going to eat. I'm going to eat. I don't care. I'm going to eat. I need food. I need food. And I ate the wrong food. And of course, it gave me the wrong result. And
Yeah.
after I ate, I felt defeated. I felt like, oh, I fucked up my diet. And then I said, hang on, I'm allowed to fuck up because I'm human. I'm not perfect.
Of
But
course. Of course.
tomorrow, I'm going to retake my fasting and I'm going to finish strong. And I'm not going to be beating myself up that I fuck up the one day when I done so good the first 6 days, you know?
Mm,
So I'm transparent with my audience, and I talked about this, and then what does is create a great rapport with the people that are listening,
mm-hmm.
which is all about food and health and body health. And I can be open and I can be myself, and I don't have to hide anything. I don't have
Yeah,
to
of course.
say, "Oh, I'm perfect," because I've done 14 days fasting where I've been okay. But in this case, there was a fire. I got a fire thing
Mm-hmm.
saying that we have to evacuate, that the fires are coming, take the pets down. And I'm thinking, I'm going to die and I'm hungry.
Oh God, that's really hard. But amazing that you did it. You're really strong in that process. Yeah.
So, so that day I was like, what is the point of me not eating if I'm going to die burned with this?
So dramatic.
I know, but it goes to show that
Yeah.
your mind is
Yeah.
like, I'm
I'm
like,
pretty dramatic too.
yeah. No, like what am I gonna take? Like the message said, take your valuables and your animals and go. And I'm like, where the fuck am I gonna go? I don't know anybody. I don't know where I am. This is not happening. This is not happening. Okay, let me go get some food.
Oh God.
Yeah, and it was like a trigger. And then after I got a message saying, "Oh, this was a wrong, a false alarm." After I already ate the fried
Oh
chicken,
God.
I got the stomach ache. I'm throwing up. It was it was hilarious. And then of
Oh.
course I feel bad,
Yeah.
but then I forgive myself because
That's
I'm on a
key.
journey, you know.
Yeah.
And so yesterday I had a great day, very strong. Today I'm not even hungry, not hungry. I'm feeling really good, elevated. And I look at myself and I have lost so much weight. I'm so happy.
Oh, beautiful. Okay.
So, yes, so this is what I've been experimenting and experiencing on this side of the world. And that's why I call it a quantum leap. I'm living a different life.
Mm-hmm. For
I'm
sure.
I, I'm not
Yeah.
in my house. I'm in a different place. I have taken over the house. I talk to the trees. The dog adores me. I know the neighbors, I have a little routine. But my life here is a higher because the place where I am is very bougie. It's very affluent. Lots of people with lots of money.
Okay.
So I'm surrounded by this. So it's a different lifestyle. Where I live over there in Florida, in the neighborhood I live, it's just okay. It's just regular people.
Yeah.
But here, I'm surrounded by affluence. So I've been getting a massage. I've been going shopping,
So
because
happy
this
for
is,
you.
yeah,
Yeah.
because
Amazing. Beautiful.
this is the life I want to live. So I'm living it. I'm not worrying about this. And then I did the new visualization, and then I'm getting money. I just got money like 20 minutes ago, which I'm gonna go shopping. I become obsessed with crystals. Oh my
Yeah.
God, JJ,
Uh,
we have to talk about crystals.
of course. That's going to be
So
our next conversation.
so I have a crystal grid in my room, and now I want more crystals. And this is what money does to you.
Okay, so I'm really happy for you and everything. I'm going to practice that manifestation
Yes,
exercise.
practice and then
Uh,
let us know, share later with us how
mm-hmm.
that's working out for you. Because I know you're a powerful person. That's
Oh,
why
thank
we're
you.
connected. We're powerful people. That's why we're connected. And I know as you go through your years of evolution, at some
Refining.
point, yes, at some point, we're going to be a perfect match. And boom,
Explosion.
our
Uh-huh.
energies are going to be perfect match, and it's gonna be amazing. And so
Amazing.
I patiently wait because
Oh, thank you so much.
I
Okay, I'm going.
believe in this.
Oh, thank you so much. So yeah, I'm going to do the meditative exercise of manifestation because I have things to manifest.
Okay, good,
I
good.
have things to manifest, right?
Manifest them
Uh,
and tell me how long it takes you for each one. Share with us next
the
week
the thing
when.
that basically I want to manifest is the feeling. It's not just feeling. It's all, but a part of it is to feel safe in terms of financial security and get that. I'm going to try manifesting 5K a month income to be
Okay,
specific, uh, because I'm also planning to leave Colombia. I bought the
okay.
tickets, by the way.
Oh, where
So
are you going? You going to Amsterdam?
yep.
Awesome.
I told you,
Excellent.
right? Yeah, I
Yeah.
go to Amsterdam. I'm going to depart from here, Cali, Colombia, February 10th of the next
Mm-hmm.
year.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be me and my partner like some days in Spain and then Amsterdam. So that's
Nice.
the plan. I'm going to see how it goes, but that's the plan. I'm going to manifest what I told
Okay.
you.
So when you're gonna manifest your $5,000, don't think about the 5,000, but uh, do you know how you want this money to come to you? Do
I'm
you?
actually meditating and reflecting on that
Okay,
specifically
okay,
right now.
okay,
I actually was thinking about the specific of what I feel that is my mission. Maybe a public speaker slash coach sharing my story and facilitating people's escape from the matrix. That's how I phrase it. Or maybe a coach coaching people through music because I love art and connecting with beauty and sharing beauty. That is
okay.
something that goes beyond words and the
Hmm.
concepts.
Hmm.
Uh, and I'm meditating on how my higher self, my day to day self, and my petty self, those three parts of me will feel if I get that, and also the outcome they will get to be able to be motivated in those three levels of my being. But I'm going to like it's like a matrix. If you have here the video, you can see basically I'm doing the outcome, the emotions, and the basically the higher self, the middle self, and the lower self. Because in the mentorship that I'm doing, they say that basically you need to be motivated in those three levels of your being: your higher, your middle, and your
Lower.
lower. Because if you are just motivated in one of those levels, you are not always going to feel that. Maybe you're in your higher self, but then you feel low emotionally, you had a difficult time, and you're more in your lower self. But if your lower self is aligned with your higher self in terms of direction, you're going to still be in the right path.
Right.
So that's something that I want to share with you too. I'm being really motivated with all this structure and mentorship. So I'm going to do the manifesting. I'm going to get clarity on where I'm leading towards and all this. And I will share with you.
Okay. The last thing I'm going to tell you is after you do all that, then you allow yourself to relax and know that what you want is coming. So you define what you want, how you want to do it, blah, blah, blah. You visualize it and you let it go. You don't start going, oh, how come this hasn't happened? Why isn't this coming? No, you understand that it takes time for a baby to get born, 9 months, for a pineapple, 18 months. So that like that, until you become a master of your energy, where things will just show up like this immediately in front of you. You have to be patient and don't feel like, oh, this hasn't happened for me. No, it is going to happen. It's happening. It is happening. The whole universe is arranging everything so that I can have this. And for that, I need to be patient. Okay?
Okay. That's a new way of thinking, but it's the healthy way. Yeah, I love it. So I think that that's beautiful, everything for now. And I really love everything that we have shared. Your process is really amazing. I wish you the best in the rest of your days in this quantum leap and transformation. You're going to do how many days of fasting?
And tomorrow's my last day.
Last day. Okay, you're going to finish really strong.
Really strong feeling. And the thing is, I feel amazing inside. I feel great. I feel, wow, I feel alive. And it's incredible how when I eat, I don't feel like that. I wish I could learn how to live without eating so.
That's a great thing to consider, how to, because that limits yourself in a way. And I think that it should be, well, it might be a way. So yeah.
Yeah, there are people doing it, but I don't know how they do it.
So connect with those people and
let's
get to crack the code. Okay, so thank you so much. Thanks for the audience too. And wish you a beautiful day too. Bye. Thanks.
Yes, we'll see you next time. Love you.
Much love.
Bye.
Bye. You too.